Hey guys, welcome back to my Return to Jurassic Park Comics series. Today we're going to be going over issue 3 of 9. Now we last left Grant, Sattler, and the others after a confrontation between BioSyn operatives went down, and an attack from Cearadactyls quickly took place after that, along with a holdup by some renegade soldiers. After the fighting was done, the two teams of InGen and BioSyn made a truce to work together in finding the secret of the green flame, and set off together to help each other survive the dangers of this island. We continue our adventure with the group making their way through the jungle, with a wild pair of eyes making sure to follow them on their journey. This band of rivals is close to reaching the green flame, and optimism seems to be the subject of conversation amongst the ranks, before Grant brings up the likelihood of the army following them after the battle that had just transpired. Edgar, Raoul, and even Muldoon let Grant know that in the jungle, kill or be killed is the only law though, and that putting his mind in such places will only slow them down. Sonia goes a step further, telling Grant to put a sock in it, and that bitching won't do any good about the situation, which spurs admiration in Hammond's trusted aide Edgar. Even though they're on opposite sides, the assassin lets Sonia know how much he approves of her attitude, before pulling out a map of Nublar to make a better plan as to what route they should take. The river seems to be the best choice for the group, and once they're done making this decision, the Tyrannosaurus presents itself to the unlucky humans. Quickly, all of the members of the team begin firing at the behemoth, and Muldoon screams that this seems to be the same Rex they ran into before. Everyone continues to fire at the dinosaur, while Edgar yells for Sonia to back up as the Rex is getting dangerously close to her. She tells the man that she can handle herself, before she is grabbed by the Tyrannosaur's mighty jaws. But the dinosaur has yet to bite down on the small tour guide, as the firing from the weapons is still assaulting its body. Sonia is still being badly injured, with each sinking tooth cutting its way into her while she lays in the mouth of the dinosaur. And while she's still trapped in its jaws, Alan Grant fires a shot directly at the eye of the tyrant, causing the animal to drop Sonia out of its mouth and retreat into the jungle. Sonia is recognized as being badly injured from the attack after Edgar examines the bite marks. He asks Grant if they could become infected through any septic means, but Alan says that they don't know enough of the animal to judge that just yet, although he has his doubts. While InGen's man is tending to Sonia's wounds, a clear admiration for the woman is seen, and he ends up helping her continue the journey himself by making his body as well as Raoul's a support for her to lean on. Meanwhile, the army seems to finally have found the aftermath of the previous firefight. Compies have begun eating the remains, and it seems clear that the pterosaurs were responsible for this attack from all of the claw marks on the soldiers. But after finding a bullet hole through the radio, these scouts still decide to call in their findings. While this is happening, the group comes across a maintenance shed that was marked on Hammond's map, and inside of the complex resides 2 rafts the group decides to use for their trek downriver. While making preparations for this voyage, Ellie and Alan debate on the trustworthiness of Edgar, as they view the man as rather cutthroat, and Sattler actually finds it hard to believe that John could have employed a man like that for his work. This leads into Sonia departing the group to get some walking done in an effort to strengthen her ankle after the attack. Edgar decides to volunteer as chaperone on her recess, and the two begin a conversation away from the others. Edgar states he's glad to have the woman with them here on Nublar, and Sonia remarks that she's lucky to have him here helping them survive as well. She makes it well known that he handled those soldiers just quick enough to save them all, and Edgar makes it known that he's a quick guy before demonstrating this himself. This is something the tour guide didn't expect, but it's not something she plans on turning down either. The sun begins to go down, and as soon as it sets, a patrol of choppers pass over this river, and when they've cleared, our protagonists begin paddling downstream. But it isn't long until they hear an unmistakable sound. Looking out at Grant and the others, the Rex relishes in finding its fearful prey. Edgar shouts to the doctor if dinosaurs can swim before Dr. Grant exclaims that of course they can swim, but he doesn't even have to if the river isn't too deep. And into the water comes the Tyrannosaur, taking its time and walking along the bottom of the river and making its way closer to the rafts. When the water becomes too deep, the Rex drops its head down into the surface and begins swimming like a crocodile, which puts our band of corporate explorers in extreme peril. Muldoon tells the team to turn as the water begins to get shallow, but Grant tells everyone not to stop rowing, and that if they stop to change direction, that they will surely be overtaken. At this moment, the Rex strikes, barely missing the rafts and instead going down underneath the water. At this instant, everyone is puzzled, and Edgar leaves the comedic remark asking if dinosaurs could drown. Bubbles soon begin to show themselves in the water. Before the Tyrannosaur has come up from underneath the water to capsize the boats, and Muldoon now finds himself face to face with the beast. Immediately, everyone takes aim at the dinosaur and unload a huge amount of rounds at the creature's muzzle, before it goes back under and away from their vision. Lucky for them, the dinosaur again retreats, and exits the water it's just hunted in. A small celebration is carried out among the group before they all continue rowing in the hopes of getting closer to their intended target. Night eventually descends on Nublar and everyone ends up reaching the base they have suspected to be after. This is where the green flame should have been the last time they saw it. Sure enough, a large military presence is observed around it, and Edgar takes it upon himself to get inside there and find out what exactly is going on. Sonya makes it known that she's coming with them, much to the assassin's disliking. The others stay back and keep a lookout on this strange complex. Before, there it is. Sonya and Edgar make their way into the base as stealthily as possible, and Hammond's team as well as Raoul debate on what this strange light show could possibly be. It's all a beautiful sight, up until gun barrels are felt behind the heads of these observers. The army has found them. The men tell their prisoners to make their way down the hill, where they will be promptly executed. Sattler can't believe she's hearing this from American soldiers, but the military insists that the green flame must absolutely be kept a secret to everyone. And while they're being escorted away and into their doom, the triumphant roar of a Rex can be heard somewhere in the hazy distance. I gotta say that I'm really enjoying the series so far. When I finished my Raptor series of reviews, I wasn't quite sure on where the plot would go, but I'm quite satisfied with how it's been turning out. Taking the elements from the first novel and incorporating them into the series is really fun, and the river attack sequence is one that many people have loved ever since its inclusion was made in Klayton's work from 1990. So far, I feel that the character progression and action in this issue is the best of the series as of yet, and I'm really looking forward to finding out what the green flame actually is. On a side note, I want to ask you guys if you're interested in seeing any of these ideas brought up in future Jurassic Park movies. These stories have a certain originality to them, but they're quite different than what we've seen so far on the big screen. Do any of you think ideas like the green flame and military occupation of one of InGen's islands could be a good inclusion in a new film? And if so, let me know, because this is getting to be unpredictable again, and I'm enjoying that aspect of it. As always, guys, I want to thank you for watching this video, and hope you all enjoyed today's content. If you liked the video, I'd appreciate the like, and hope you consider subscribing so that you can see me again. I'll see you all in the next video, guys, and as always, take it easy.